In the Journal of Educational Psychology, psychologists Pace and Stern concluded that many of the emotional and physical symptoms that occur commonly in the college population, such as headaches, fatigue, anxiety, depression, and the inability to cope, can be attributed to or exacerbated by stress. As college students, there is no getting away from stress. We deal with it in many areas of life. We need to deal with it at work, in our relationships, in marriage, in school, in our church responsibilities, and even preparing for the speech, we needed to deal with stress. As we understand stress and how it is expressed in our lives, then being able to cope with that stress in positive ways, we will be empowered by stress rather than being swallowed up by it. I will provide you with some statistics regarding the health effects of stress among students. I will then share with you a stress level graph that illustrates the point that there is a necessary amount of stress needed in order to achieve peak performance. I will then conclude with a research article that provides evidence regarding coping mechanisms and how they reduce the amount of stress that students feel. The first statistic I want to share with you was from the American College Health Association, which did a study consisting of roughly 80,000 students. And what they discovered was that stress was the #1 reported impediment to academic performance. Then there was a poll that was done by the Jed Foundation and the American Press, where they discovered that 53% of students reported having felt so stressed on one or more occasions that they didn't want to hang out with friends. So we can see that stress not only influences students' academic performance, it also impacts their social life. Now, I want to share with you the stress level graph that was given by psychologists Yerkes and Dodson in 1908. So here is the graph. As you can see, on the y-axis, you have performance. On the x-axis, you have different levels of stress. On this end, you have little stress. Over here, you have too much stress. On this end, not enough stress results in lower performance. Here, too much stress also results in lower performance. So where we want to be at is right here in the middle with the optimum stress. This amount of stress results in peak performance. Since we have to deal with stress no matter what, we need to be cautious of how we are handling that stress. For if we handle it in a negative way, the results of that stress are going to be negative. But if we can handle it positively, we will be able to perform better. So what are some of your coping mechanisms? How do you handle your stress? For me, when I feel stressed, I am very conscious of it. I'm aware of when I am stressed. So I like to just sit down and relax for a little bit and close my eyes and just breathe in and breathe out for a couple minutes. I try to get rid of all the bad thoughts that are in my head and fill my head with positive ones. So there was a study conducted in 2018, and it was titled Academic Stress and Its Sources Among University Students. What it says in this study was that techniques like biofeedback, yoga, life skills training, mindfulness meditation, and psychotherapy have been found to be effective in reducing stress among students. In summary, we as college students deal with a lot of stress. If we don't handle it properly, we won't be able to perform well. However, if we do handle it properly, evidence suggests that coping mechanisms will help us reduce that amount of negative stress, and we will be able to perform better. One of my favorite quotes is from Ralph Waldo Emerson, where he states, "That which we persist in doing becomes easier to do. Not that the nature of the thing has changed, but that our power to do has increased." And I believe stress is a tool we can use to increase our capacity. Thank you.